You are joining us live from the Hyatt Regency in Brisbane. It's the Theory of Thing Investment Podcast. The date is the 12th of July, 2024 AD. I am James Whelan, Managing Director of Barclay Pearce Capital's Wealth Management Team. I am joined here by Heath Moss of HLM Investments, live from Adelaide, Studio 27. Heath, how are you now?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Not as comfy as you by the looks of it, though. But yeah. No, it's been a week. Been a week. Had a haircut. Had wife's 40th birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to my
birthday,
wonderful wife, Maxine. She turned 40. So we celebrated that with just family. Kids are on school holidays. It's all happening in the markets last night. It's all happening. I mean, yeah,
Mate,
couldn't get a bigger week, I don't think.
I do apologize. It's something that I always do when I'm in a hotel room and I've been fielding calls and then we're about to go. I'm about to go out and I've got a few back-to-back meetings that I just need to sort of take care of. And I was sort of staying in here before I did. But the first thing I do when I get to a hotel, I put the dressing gown on and I always, the slippers that I put on, they've always got to have. And I look here, anyway, nice little, not a bad room at the Hyatt Regency here. It's actually not too bad. Yeah. Except I just needed somewhere that's central that we can just get some stuff done. And I'm also traveling with my youngest daughter here as well. So she's, school holidays. So you got to try and mix all these things up. So I've set some very friendly meetings up with people that I know, because it wouldn't be super professional to make introductory meetings. So people who are sort of friendly that have got kids going as well. Just doing what you can do, hopefully with a little bit of business, but everyone understands you got to get done what you got to get done. And she's actually very helpful on the road too. So booking things and staying ahead of it, like a really good cheap PA.
Yeah. Be young, but yeah. I think since COVID, people have just become more accepting of that family life, because obviously we all had to stay home, and kids and that were on our Zoom calls and everything like that. So I think everyone's just become, more accepting of, hey, I've got my kids with me. I can't do anything about it, and let's go. So
it's a part of the balance, part of the thing, and that's I mean. The Barclay Pearce Capital. I mean, we're a little family as well, and we understand that we've all got to, everyone needs to do stuff. We're not running some sort of slave ship. We understand there's kids, and I've always got this thing: as long as you get it done, I don't care the circumstances, right? So charge in and do what you can do. So, mate, I've got to hit the road real quick. So let's get straight into it, mate. What's breaking news in markets? First off, I'll say, hang on, I'll throw mine up here before I do. The president just he's just had a clanger with Zelensky. He's just literally a few minutes ago just referred to him, introducing him to the stage as President Putin. And just he said Vice President Trump. As his brain is complete cactus.
It is.
I'm just
going to
cooked. It's really upsetting, and I'm just sharing. What have I got here? The chances of Biden dropping out of the presidential race just went up to 70%. They just jumped by 10%. That's on Polymarket, which I'm looking at there. That feels like a crypto coin. I don't know what it is, but anyway, so it's that's that. I'll just share that up. So that just jumped up to by 10% to 70%. Now over to Heath Moss for the market report.
The market report. All right, it all just comes down to last night. Last night we saw US CPI for June come in much softer than expected. The headline read was negative 0.1 when they expected plus 0.2 or 0.1. I can't remember. But it was the first negative print since November 2020 on the monthly read. So it was very soft. I think yearly was at 3% for headline. Core was soft as well, at plus 0.1 versus 0.2 expected, and down at 3.3 versus 3.4 year on year. So it's sort of given the full green light for the Fed to start cutting now. I think September cut is fully priced in now. And we're starting to see, and I said this last week, we're starting to see a third rate cut being factored in now as well. So we started the year off with about 7 rate cuts expected. It went down to about 1. Now we're back, probably going to head towards 3 as well. So last night, a little bit of rotation. Last night we saw the SPX. If I'll just bring that up better, saw the SPX come off almost 1% there.
That's a bearish engulfing candle. That is, pal.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit, and we saw the Nasdaq even worse. It was off over 2%. So, but the funny thing is, if we look at the Russell up 3.5%. So there was a
Yeah,
bit of
there is.
rotation there
Yeah,
out of
it's
these
well.
growth
Hang on, I'll show you the chat. You go, mate. Go for
duration
it.
into a bit of the small caps. That's probably just a factor of it was probably all factored in, all this into growth in tech stocks that these cuts were coming. Whereas the riskier small players, such as those in the Russell 2000, who are mostly unprofitable, really, I think the market wanted confirmation, and it got it last night. So the Russell, I think, there is almost in breakout mode. We're knocking on the door of. Did we make a new high, recent high there? 2125 versus
Yeah. Well, I
yeah
mean,
by a smidge.
the irony
Yeah,
that everyone, I mean, we saw over the last week, as end of financial year, all the numbers started to really drop through. It's just like small cap has just been underperforming, and
yep,
it's just like I think that eventually there was just this move, just going, you know what, if it's small cap and it's value, and we've got this Nvidia that's where it is, and we can shave some and rotate. Why wouldn't you just pick up a little bit of small cap? And the squeeze that we're seeing now is exacerbating this
yeah,
monumentally.
yep.
So
You can
I mean,
see,
that is, and for people who are just listening and can't see the video, that's a significant green candle in small caps,
yep,
just blowing the absolute roof off it. So
yep.
um,
You can see
you can
on this
see
chart
you can
here.
see it coming. Not that I did see it coming, but it's just like when someone explains it to you like that, it's just like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
you can see the aggressive sell-off in Nvidia here on this chart, down 5%. I think
Yep.
Tesla, which was running at 10 days positive,
It got
came
to its
off
longest winning
8%.
streak. Yep, that's just been
Yep,
taken to the cleaners.
yep. So
Do you look at
yeah,
where it opened? It's you can see that Tesla really did its best. So that's a week. That's if you're
very
wondering
weak.
where Jimmy's buy order usually is, you can
Right up the
you can
top here.
find it at the top of that. Good old two thumbs here. Always the last one in the game. Let's buy some Tesla. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah. Now it does look like growth is going to take a breather here.
Yep.
What are we on the Nasdaq, about 2200 on the charts? It's looking like it come down to about 19500. So not a huge break, maybe 5% or so. Maybe test those old highs, but we did hit a record high again on Thursday. Thursday for the no Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday for the US. And yeah, and then we saw yields come off big time. That's the 10-year. There's down at 4.21, so matching that low we saw back in early June or late June. You would think that the 10-year would still keep on coming off. 2-year very similar, although the 2-year looks like it's breaking down further than what the 10-year was. What else? What else happened last night? Oh, gold. Gold shot up by a couple of percent.
Yep.
So we had the US dollar, which we'll bring that up quickly.
That's three rate cuts. That is. That's
Yep.
what that is. But yeah, go on.
US dollar was a little bit weaker last night, so
Yeah.
gold saw a bit of momentum there. Was up 2%. But we did see last weekend that China had stopped buying, hadn't bought any more gold again in June.
Yeah, we've
So
heard that news before.
gold's showing a lot of resilience here, considering it doesn't have that Chinese central bank support behind it.
Yeah.
Maybe with a lower US dollar, China starts buying again, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, some decent buying on gold. Oil, where are we? Oil up again, looking good after a little bit of a breather. Copper, what are we? Down a little bit. I would have thought commodities, the industrial commodities would have acted a little bit better last night with the lower US dollar, but they all came off a little bit, and the precious metals rose a little bit. So, but yeah, copper down about $4.50 a pound at the moment, down from recent highs of around $4.70, around that. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was all happening last night. That's where all the news was, and of course we start earnings season for Q2 tonight with the big banks reporting. I think earnings are expected to rise by 9% for Q2, and revenue about 4%, 4 to 5%. So we've got that starting tonight. So that's obviously where the market's going to put all its focus now. Rates are done as far as the market's concerned. I think the rates, they're coming down, obviously, and it will be on earnings.
That's a bold statement, mate. Go on. Okay.
Yep. Oh, look, it'd have to be some really hot economic data to come through for that to shift the market's momentum, I think, now.
Yeah.
I think the market is basically saying, hey, look, we're comfortable with where that sits now, and I think it'll be fully focused on earnings. And banks are supposed to have a pretty good quarter, so that's where a lot of focus will be as well early.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
done.
mate. That's it. That's it. That's it. You done? What about
Yeah.
copper? Never leave copper
I quickly
alone.
spoke about copper.
How
Give me
dare
2
you?
seconds. I'll bring it back up. Well, that's on the copper's on the chart on the screen. Yeah, like I said, a little bit weaker last night. I'm not sure really on the back of what. I mean, the US dollar was down. Yeah, I haven't seen any Chinese data to
That's
suggest
weird.
that
Hang
it
on.
should be down.
Go
But we
to
had that.
go to LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn and pull up Rob Rennie's daily report, and it'll tell you exactly what's going on with that one. I haven't had a chance to do that today.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
haven't
at
read it yet either.
Um,
It's a bit earlier. We're recording a little bit earlier, so we're not all caught up yet.
mate, that is true. That is true. We've got lots to do. There was something else that I was going to be talking about too. I had Impact Minerals around. You know that I'm very
Beautiful.
close to that. Very close to that company. The raise that we did for them. Pretty excited. No big groundbreaking news. Just a few things of just they're moving ahead. They're doing quite well. IPT. Really happy with that story. Just in every way. I just think it's one of those ones of yeah that they've just got really good support. Really good. Is that it? IPT the same one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is. Looks like.
that's the code. It's just sort of
Yeah,
trading around that 1.5, 1.6
yeah.
at the moment, down from the 2.4 or so. So yeah,
I mean,
building a bit of
it's full. I
consolidating
mean,
there.
I'm a thousand ways conflicted. I mean, full broadcast on this one. We are, we're paid to promote them, or or paid to introduce them around to a whole string of brokers yesterday. That's not market sensitive. No, I'm allowed to say that. That's okay.
Yeah,
And the response that I get every broker I'm put in front of is just like they're looking at it, just going, "This, how comes I haven't heard of this thing before?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, it's sitting right there." So if you pull up the best way I've got a saying of Alpha HPA, which is sort of A4N is the stock code. It's this name in high purity alumina. Gee, I had a bad day yesterday.
yeah.
Maybe that's some of the brokers we talked to who are rotating out of that into this. It's
No, hopefully.
IPT is this name 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
So you catch that trend of where they go right back to where it was there back then, and just on a how much. I mean, high purity alumina used in LEDs. We start the presentation now with a picture of the Sphere in Las Vegas, and just say this is all LEDs. So the
Yep.
amount of alumina used in all of these LEDs is exactly where it comes out of this place in WA, or it will do, and
Yep.
at an extraordinarily low cost. So, and that's it. But anyway, that's my little bit of a thing. Like I said, conflicted, own it, clients own it, promote it, doing that. But it's just great when you go around with a story like that and go to brokers. And you're not trying to jam anything down anyone's throat, not trying to do any tricky stuff. You just have it there, and everyone's just sort of like, oh, okay, thanks for telling me. That's good. That's good information. It's just like, yeah, it's really really positive times. It was good. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think I'm not breaking any rules for saying no. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's no information. I'm allowed to say that the company's talking to companies. Of course they are. It's fine. Yeah.
Of course they are. Yeah.
Don't want to cross any boundaries here. Yeah. God forbid,
No, you're fine.
the guy in the dressing gown doing a finance podcast would do anything. Anyway, mate, football tips. Hit me, real quick one, and then
Footy tip.
yeah, cool. I got to
What do I
I
want?
got to hit the road.
What do I want? What do I want?
I got
Oh,
some strings. I'll go first.
okay, you go for it.
Yes. When I said I was going to do it, I meant hang on. So I've got this guy who sends me some amazing betting tips now, right in the
Mm.
sweet spot. Okay, so let's just pull out some of these bad boys. Manly versus Newcastle. Recommended
Yep.
bet Newcastle plus 8.5. So take
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle at the start, and
Yep.
you know what I'll do? Another wild one here. If one for the Queenslanders, Gold Coast minus 7.5 over Parramatta, 190. So
Okay.
take those two, put them together. They'll probably equal almost $4. Gold Coast
Yep.
to beat the spread minus 7.5 into Newcastle with the start, 8.5 against the awful Manly Sea Eagles. I hate you, Manly, and everything about you. Heath, what have you got?
I've got two. We'll go Hawks to beat Freo on Saturday. They're outsiders here, even though it's at the I think it's at the G. 205 they're paying, so I'll take
Mm.
that outright. and also the Euro final on Monday morning our time. I'll take Spain at $2.45 to win in normal time because all betting is for the first 90 minutes. So I think Spain will get it done versus England. It's not coming home, unfortunately. Spain, I think, are just too good.
Now everybody knows I've got that extraordinary outfit. Did I put this on the? I put it on the chat, didn't I? Let me see if I've got.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm just going to pull it up. My suit. If I win, here we go. I'll chuck it up here. Let's go. If I win, if England brings it home, I will wear the suit, which I'm just going to share there. There you go. I will wear the suit for an entire Monday.
Oh God!
On next week. That's a special suit, isn't it?
It's hideous.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, man. What are you talking about? Anyway, so it's coming home. It's my full Union Jack suit tie. I actually had it tailored.
Wow.
So it fits really snugly. It's made of just the most flat. Like if someone put a cigarette too close to me, the whole thing would just erupt. Right? Yep. Seriously, and that suit would be stuck to my skin. They'd have to peel it off in the emergency room. But it's all worth it. I think that England's going to win. I'll take you on that and see how we go. I hope it's going to be fantastic. All right, mate. On that note, I've got to carry on because that's the bells. Can you hear
that? No, not at the moment. No.
Yeah, the bells. The Brisbane's got these bells that just bang because I'm staying right on the CBD. So okay, mate. I got a few meetings back to back to go to, and I will talk to you later. Heath, anything else?
No, I'm all done. Let's wrap it up.
You have been listening to the Theory of Thinking Investment podcast, joined by Heath Moss of HLM Investments and James Whelan of Barclay Pearce. If you want anything to do with financial advice, talk to HLM, talk to Barclay Pearce Capital. We've got all the links, and we'll be able to help you out with anything you need to do. Oh, there's one more thing. Sorry, I mentioned the Australian Investment Summit went really well. The companies that were over there and presented in London went amazingly well. Wellnex, again, it's client conflicted. Their dual listing is going to be an extraordinary event in London. So any more information about that, please let me know. Aside from that, I'm going to toddle off, and I will see you later.
No worries. Have a good weekend, everyone.